Hi, everybody. This is Sherri Leopold here, and I am super excited to have another powerful wow warrior for 2024. I want to introduce Dr. Patricia Rogers. Welcome, Patricia, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
I sure can.
Awesome.
We are so grateful that you are here today, and I'm so honored to have you part of this incredible community. And you are most certainly a wow warrior who stands up and stands out as that unrepeatable miracle that you are. And I would love it, Dr. Pat, if you would share a little bit with our viewers what you do and who you are.
What I do and who I am, well, that should be easy enough. I am Dr. Patricia Rogers. I am the visibility strategist, and I am the CEO of Unity and Service. And what I do in Unity and Service, I've been in business for over 10 years now. And what Unity and Service does is we provide a speaking platform for entrepreneurs to share your content, share your information with our attendees who attend these events so that you can increase your leads and get new clients. And we do other things such as social media marketing. We create bios for entrepreneurs who need bios, and we also do content creation. Why? Because we need content to post on these social media platforms. We have about 4.5 billion users on social media. And I am a social media guru, but my zone of genius is setting that platform so that you can speak, be seen, and be heard. I'm Dr. Patricia Rogers, visibility strategist, and I am the CEO of Unity and Service, where people need people.
I was just going to say that people need people. I love that, Dr. Pat. Thank you so much for sharing. So I would like to ask you, what does it mean to you personally to be a woman of worth? What is that meaning for you in here?
What it means to me to be a woman of worth, warrior. I love that word warrior you put in there because it's not easy being an entrepreneur. It's not easy just getting through life. And one good thing about it is that we must know, for me, I have to be clear on the value that I have to offer entrepreneurs that will enhance their life as well as their lifestyle. That's very essential for me. Also, being a woman of worth and being a warrior, I have to be clear in my communications so that I can get my message out there so that people will understand it. And definitely the information I share has to be attainable and reachable. And basically, as it relates to showing up, being a visibility strategist and a woman of wealth and worth, I have to show up 100% ready to serve. And I must exhibit professional behavior. And these are the things that I believe that people are attracted to when it comes to me serving as an entrepreneur and a woman of warrior.
I love that. And you know what? So very true. And I've been at many events with you, Dr. Pat, and that is exactly how you show up every time. And you are definitely a woman of your word as well as a woman of worth. So I appreciate that about you. So I want to ask you, what impact do you really want to make in the world through this platform of Unity and Service and with your visibility strategy? What impact do you want to see?
Oh, wow, that's beautiful. And it's definitely rewarding when I do see the results that I'm looking for. And the results that I look for and why I host these events, regardless to how I feel, my feelings could care less about how I feel. So I've been called by God to do a service. And when we know what we've been called to do, then we do it. We do it with glory and honor. And we do it, from the bottom of our hearts. And what I look for as it relates to results in the events that Unity and Service provides is, first of all, I want to see people connect. Why? Because I said before, people need people. And networking is huge. Networking is the way to go if we want to meet more people at one time and get our message in front of more people at one time. So networking is definitely, when I see those people connect and I see them working together later, different ones, that definitely raises the bar for me. And another thing that Unity and Service does, and I pride ourselves in that, is that we make sure that people who attend our events get the email list. So everything that I do is based on training, because some people don't realize the value of emails. They're not able to capture the emails, but the money is in the follow-up. We all know that. The money is in the relationships. All money and the money and the relationship is all in the emails. And if we don't use those emails, then of course we leave money on the table. So we pride ourselves in the fact that we make sure that our attendees walk away with a chat, because we live in a virtual age, with the chat filled with emails. So the results I look for is that people will definitely enhance their network, as well as be in a position to do their follow-up so that they can increase and enhance their bottom line. And that is the results that we get from the events that we host. How do I know? Because I get the reports.
I'm just going to say, absolutely, check mark. I want to ask you, Dr. Pat, what woman or women have inspired you and been a role model for you? You had a whole other career prior to doing this business, Unity and Service. And I know that you've had a long list of people, I'm sure, that have impacted you. But is there a woman that stands out for you, or a couple of women that stand out for you powerfully?
Well, the main woman that stands out for me in all that I have accomplished in life, in all of the challenges and the struggles that I've gone through in life, my mother is my biggest supporter. She's no longer with us, but she left a legacy. And what she did for me was taught me who God was. That was the best thing that my mother could have done, and she took me to church and she showed us how to exhibit faith in all that we do. She taught us that there was a power greater than ourselves, and that anything that we desire in this life, we can have it. Yes, we have to work for it, but through faith and belief, a belief in God and a belief in ourselves, that we can have anything that we desire. And I can certainly say that that has definitely come true in my life. So my mother laid the foundation, and everything I do today, because she didn't get to see me in my glory now, everything I do today, she's at the helm. And I'm like, I hope you're proud of me, because I'm sure she is.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. I am certain she is proud of you, as you are inspiring so many other women to follow that same path. And they didn't have her, but they do have you, which is,
Absolutely.
Maybe not quite the same thing, but
Yes.
pretty darn good. So we'll go with that. I want to also ask you, like self-love and self-acceptance is very undervalued, at least in my opinion today. How would you encourage other women to recognize their own self-worth and embrace themselves as they are? What kind of words would you share with them?
Wow. In society where self-love and self-acceptance are often undervalued, I like that question. Because what I found is that many women, and this is my own opinion, many women are so busy caring for everybody else that they forget how to value their own God-given talents. And that was one of my biggest eye-openers. Working for corporate America 29 years. I was in the military 12 years. I've been working all my life for other people. But when the opportunity came for me to retire, the first thing I had to do was learn, what do Pat Rogers have to give so that I could give value to other people? What do I have to give so that I can monetize my own intellectual properties nobody else's, but my own intellectual properties, and reap the financial benefits that I desired. And I believe that women should definitely discover their gifts, their talents. They have to take time to do that. Why? Because when we are doing what we enjoy doing, that's where happiness comes in. That's where our confidence flows, and our lives are so much more fulfilling. And most importantly, to love ourselves more than we love those around us. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, and I also think, pointing to what you said earlier, I think loving yourself is a way of honoring God, like you are his creation, right? I mean, that's another check mark there. I want to ask you, as a Woman of Worth Warrior honoree, what advice would you give to another woman who is desiring to make a difference in their community and beyond? What advice would you have for her, Pat?
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that because somebody had to give advice to me, and that's why I'm where I am today. But as a recipient of the Woman of Worth Warrior Award, the advice that I would like to give the other women is, first of all, when you have a vision, know that that vision comes from God, as do all of the good and perfect gifts that we have inside of us. And I definitely want to stress the fact that we have to get over the fear of taking that leap to implement those visions. All good and perfect gifts come from above. So we have to trust the process, we have to trust the Creator, and we have to step out on faith and take that leap, because procrastination is the enemy to our success. We must also invest in the right coach, because sometimes we don't have all the answers, but there's somebody around us that do. And we must be willing to make an investment in ourselves. And I say that because if we are planning to promote products and services so that we can enhance our bottom line, it only makes sense that we make an investment in other people so that we can not only better our own skills, but we can take some of those same skills, if the same information that they give us, we can implement that into our own programs. And this is why obtaining knowledge through coaches who have what we want is definitely so valuable. And lastly, I definitely cannot leave out networking. You got to network, and network. Why? Because that's where the people are. And networking definitely raises our level of authority. It promotes our brand, and it gives people an opportunity to get to know, like, and trust us so that they will invest in the services and products that we offer. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
And I will follow it up with what you always say is people need people. That's why you got a network, right? People need people. You just ask Dr. Pat. She's going to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it till you know it. People need people. And it's absolutely true. And I'm pretty sure after watching this interview, you're going to think you need Dr. Pat, and you most certainly do. So, Dr. Pat, where would you like to direct people to connect with you today?
Well, my calendar link is definitely always available. And they can go to my calendar link, which is calendly.com. It should be coming up on the screen. And they can calendly.com/Pat Rogers/let's chat, because that's all it is. It's just a conversation. And I gave it to you in the chat. And then they can go to my website. They can see some of the services that we provide. They can also access my calendar link from my website. But I do love to post that calendar link so that they can reach out to me, and we'll have a 30-minute session. And sometimes my 30-minute sessions turns into an hour, because it just depends. I believe that everybody that God comes my way, they come by divine purpose. So I don't put a time limit on God. If they want to talk a little bit more, I'm available. And that, to me, is what's very essential for us entrepreneurs, is that we make ourselves available so that we can certainly assist people in whatever it is that their desires and their heart desire is. So that's how they can contact me. And they will also get a complimentary gift when they go to patriciarogers.com.
Hey, who
patriciarogers.com.
doesn't like free gifts? I love
You
freebies.
will receive a complimentary gift, 10 tips to get speaking gigs.
Nice. Thank you so much, Dr. Pat. That's very generous of you. So you can visit patriciarogers.com and grab that freebie and all those things that come with. And you can always find out what she is up to and what her latest event is. You can also go to calendly.com/Pat Rogers/let's chat and book a time to talk with Dr. Pat. I'm sure you were inspired today by Dr. Pat. She is a powerful woman, and I am so happy to have you as a 2024 Wow Warrior honoree. Congratulations, Dr. Pat Rogers.
Awesome. And thank you so much for having me, Sherri. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you.